For centuries, humanity has chased the secret to a longer life. From ancient elixirs to modern medicine, the dream has always been the same: to turn back time, to stay strong, healthy, and full of life. Now, scientists in Japan might have taken a serious step toward making that dream real. Researchers at Osaka University recently discovered that a single protein in our cells could hold the key to slowing aging, and possibly even reversing it. The finding has sparked headlines claiming this new drug could extend human life to 250 years. But here's the question. Even if science could make that possible, should it? The Osaka team found that a protein called AP2A1 changes as we age. It interferes with how cells repair and recycle themselves, a process known as autophagy, which is like the body's cleaning system. When AP2A1 levels rise, older cells struggle to clean out waste properly. Over time, that buildup leads to dysfunction, the same kind of damage linked to heart disease, dementia, and even cancer. So the researchers asked, what if we could turn that protein down? When they reduced AP2A1 in older cells, something remarkable happened. The cells started behaving young again. They became more efficient, cleaner, and more active, almost like rewinding the biological clock. Then they went one step further. They paired this change with a drug called IU1, a compound known to help cells flush out waste. Together, they created a kind of reset mechanism, one that could, in theory, slow aging from the inside out. It's still early research, but the idea is revolutionary. Instead of treating diseases one by one, this approach targets the root cause, the breakdown of how our cells maintain themselves over time. The headlines sound almost unbelievable. Japanese scientists discover drug to extend human lifespan to 250 years. To be clear, the Osaka study didn't actually test humans living that long. What it shows is that by manipulating AP2A1 and boosting cellular cleanup, it may be possible to extend the health span, the period of life spent in good health, far beyond what we know today. And that's where the real potential lies. Imagine if at age 90 you could still think clearly, move easily, and enjoy the same energy you had in your 40s. That's the kind of change researchers are really aiming for. Not immortality, but vitality. Living to 250 might be a stretch. But living to 100 or 120 with energy, strength, and purpose? That's not science fiction anymore. But this discovery also forces us to ask a deeper question. What's the point of a longer life if it's not a healthy one? Modern medicine has already doubled the average human lifespan over the past century. Yet millions of people still spend their final years battling chronic illness, pain, and loss of independence. To live longer but spend half of it in hospitals or care homes isn't a blessing. It's a burden. That's why scientists and doctors are shifting the focus from lifespan to health span. Not just adding years to life, but adding life to those years. Because longevity isn't about reaching 250, it's about staying strong and capable for as long as you live, whether that's 80, 100, or beyond. To understand how this could work, it helps to know what happens inside aging cells. When we're young, our cells constantly recycle old parts and replace them with new ones. But as we age, that recycling slows down. Waste builds up. Communication between cells gets fuzzy. And that's when diseases begin to appear. Alzheimer's, arthritis, heart failure. The Osaka study gives scientists a potential way to reboot this system. By lowering AP2A1 and activating autophagy with IU1, they may help cells start cleaning house again. It's like tuning up an old engine. The parts are still there, they just need maintenance. If future research confirms this in humans, it could lead to a new kind of medicine. Not to cure one disease at a time, but to restore the body's natural repair systems across the board. But not everyone is celebrating. Some scientists and philosophers worry that extending life too far could raise new problems, social, economic, and even moral. If people lived to 200 or 250 years, what would that mean for families, for work, for the planet? Would retirement ever happen? Would resources stretch far enough? And what about meaning? Part of what gives life urgency is that it's finite. If time stretches endlessly ahead, do we risk losing the very motivation that makes life beautiful? It's a fair question, but perhaps it's not about living forever. It's about living better. Most people don't wish for 250 years. They wish for more time to do what they love without pain or disease holding them back. They want to hear, to move, to remember, to laugh, and to do it all with dignity. That's what research like this aims to protect: quality of life. As one scientist from Osaka reportedly said, "We're not chasing immortality, we're chasing functionality." In other words, it's not about defying death, it's about giving people more good years, years they can actually enjoy. It's no coincidence that this breakthrough came from Japan. The country already has one of the longest life expectancies in the world, averaging 84 years, and some of the lowest rates of age-related diseases. Japanese researchers have long studied how diet, lifestyle, and genetics contribute to healthy aging. Now they're merging that wisdom with cutting-edge biotechnology. Osaka University has become one of the leading centers for regenerative medicine, exploring not just lifespan extension but organ repair, tissue regeneration, and now cellular rejuvenation. It's a powerful reminder that science doesn't have to replace nature. It can work with it. Of course, this discovery is still in its early stages. The research so far has been done on cells, not people. Turning this into a safe, effective treatment for humans could take years, or even decades. There's also the question of cost. Advanced therapies like this often start out expensive, and access could be limited at first. It will take time before something like this becomes available to everyone. Still, every great leap in medicine starts with a single breakthrough like this, an idea that challenges what we thought was possible. If this research continues to progress, we might one day see a world where age no longer defines ability, where people in their 80s or 90s live independently, travel freely, and keep their minds sharp. Aging might become something we manage, not something that defines us. That's the true goal. Not a 250-year lifespan, but a healthier, fuller life, powered by science that helps the body stay young on the inside. Science can give us extra time, but what we do with that time is still up to us. Maybe it's not about chasing immortality, but about using every extra year to love, to learn, to contribute, and to live with purpose. Because a long life only matters when it's a good one. If you found this topic as fascinating as we did, don't forget to like this video and share it with someone who dreams of a healthier, longer life. And for more insights into the latest discoveries in health and longevity, subscribe to our channel and tap the bell icon so you never miss a new video. If you'd like to support our work, you can tap the Super Thanks button or check out our channel merch. Every bit of support helps. Now, here's something to think about. If science could help you live to 150 or even 200 years, would you want to? Or would you rather focus on making the years you already have the healthiest and happiest they can be? Share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your take. Thanks for watching, and here's to living longer and living well.